Chris and I had been playing in another band together. I guess you could call it another band. We didn't play any shows, and I think we only had one song and maybe some covers, but we wanted to get serious about things. So one night we were in the woods having a little fire, and our friend PJ was there, and we were talking about our frustrations with starting a band, keeping the band we had going, and he said, hey, I play drums. Would you guys want to meet up tomorrow and have some fun? Jam? Maybe we called it jamming. I'm not sure. But we later reenacted that meeting by the campfire on a DVD that we put out in 2001 or 2002. It was called the Rewind documentary.
Hey, you know what, PJ? Why don't you just play the drums for us?
Yeah, man, what do you say?
Hell yeah!
Throughout high school, throughout college, Steve and I for sure knew that this is what we wanted to do. When we started our band, 1997, it's a good time for, especially the kind of punk rock music. It was a good time for it. We were influenced by bands like Lagwagon and NoFX and Green Day and bands like that. First show ever was in Charleroi, Pennsylvania, at a place called Club Rockers. I think we played like 2-hour-long sets.
They were the longest sets.
Covered a lot of songs, played our own originals.
We were real into ska, so we had a lot of props, a lot of candy.
It's our first ever demo tape. It's called It's Gonna Be Shweet, which it says on the other side. And that's when we were still the Punchline. I remember being in your living room at your parents' house and dubbing tapes.
Yeah.
And that was cool. You had a high-speed dubbing.
I was pretty thrilled about that.
And I think there's probably maybe 30 copies of that ever, and that's one of them. And if anyone has a copy of it out there, it's probably worth literally tens of dollars on eBay.
No one ever really talks about it. We've never really told anybody about it until now. There were a bunch of songs from the Problems tape that weren't good enough for tape only, and we put them on our first CD.
We went down to the Giant Eagle or whatever it was down there in Rustraver and making copies, feeding dimes into the thing.
I guess we had a very short-lived fan club called the Friends of the Punchline.
There are a lot of people in the Friends of the Punchline, I'm sure. I think one thing that's different about our band than maybe a lot of other bands and people that play music is that we actually learned how to play music. Well, I know I did for sure in this band, and I'm still in the same band that I was when I first learned to play.